Mark Anthony here from the Aibc conference in Budapest, Hungary. I'm here today with Attila Pinke. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine and good to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for finding time to come and join me. Attila Pinke is the founder of blockchainbloom, and he's here to elaborate a little bit on what blockchainbloom are doing and also how he sees this industry at the moment. So I'd like to start off, Attila. We're here at the Aibc, East Europe 2024. What do you hope to take away from this event? And elaborate a little bit on how you actually got to come over here.
Right. So first of all, it was very kind from Aibc that they invited me to come here. So it was an honor. And this is the first day when we're recording this interview, and I'm looking forward for networking. I'm looking forward to walk around and just browsing, talk to people in this industry. I'm mostly coming from the crypto area, crypto blockchain, and many of these gaming industry parts, some of them unknown for me, so I can learn a lot of things. So there will be a lot of takeaway from me at the end of the day.
Super, Attila, super. Well, you have been involved in the blockchain and crypto world for years, as far as I am concerned, but I'm sure of it. And your YouTube channel as well on blockchainbloom is the most viewed crypto channel in Hungary.
That's correct.
So, that being said, what initially inspired you to dive into this field and what keeps you so passionate about it today?
So, to be honest with you, back in 2017, I can date that, when I started to get involved with blockchain and crypto. Obviously, the 2017 bull run for Bitcoin was a catchy one to realize that this industry could be something interesting. And but then I started very slowly with education, so I didn't jump in like with investments straight away. I wanted to understand it, and around that time I was looking for investments. What could be the great investment? And as more I learned about blockchain, Bitcoin at that time, the more it opened up for me, and I realized that this could be something which could be valuable in the future. And unfortunately, not that many people in Hungary speak good English. So I remember for me, it took years to really understand the whole concept of it. Of course, step by step, getting more and more, and start to invest. So since 2020 is the year, 1st of January, when I became full-time crypto. And that was the time I was thinking what else I can get out of this. And I realized that an educational platform is really missing here in Hungary, and a lot of people missing out of this industry simply having the language barrier. And therefore, in 2020 in May, on the day of the Bitcoin halving, I started my channel, which is called blockchainbloom. I have actually two channels. The blockchainbloom Hungary is the Hungarian one, but this is the one which took up straight away. The English one is not that well known. This is simply just blockchainbloom. And so the passion comes from education. So my channel is not about shilling, tokens, all these kind of things. It's purely about how the people not get tricked in the industry, how they have to, store their cryptocurrency safely and securely, what kind of platforms they should or what they shouldn't use, how not get scammed. So my goal is basically with my daily videos to keep them up to date, what's happening in the blockchain crypto world, because you have to stay up to date, I believe, if you would like to be successful in this industry. Otherwise, you don't know what you invest, or when to invest, how to invest. And, I got a lot of feedback over the years, how much it helped the industry. So it started kind of hobby for me, this educational part. And since now, I'm doing daily videos, I'm sometimes have lectures at universities, I attend to conferences, I'm going to here also in the afternoon speaking on the stage as well. So I also enjoying this very much. It is something I can give back, and it's became a business as well, even if it started as a hobby.
Super. So you're kind of like a safety net for blockchain and crypto. Thank you very much.
Try to be.
No, it's definitely. So with more than 9 million views, wow, that's a big number. Blockchainbloom has become a significant source of crypto knowledge in Hungary. So what do you think is the current? So what do you think sets your channel apart from others? And how did you decide on the content to cover your videos?
Right. I believe in consistency. So it's a kind of thing when you would like to chop a tree, you have to hit it with the axe every single day. One day it's gonna fall. So I started, as I mentioned, back in 2020. And since then, every single day there are videos on my channel. Now I'm producing actually every speaking 2-3 short videos per day, and from Monday to Tuesday every day, no, Monday to Thursday, sorry, half an hour video. So basically I think this is very important, that the viewers can count on me. If they would like to stay up to date in crypto and blockchain, they know they're getting every day the most important news. So this is actually one thing which is very important. The second thing is, I believe I'm really passionate about it. So it's not really a work for me, it's something which I love to do. And I think you always, if you have anything, any area you're working in, but you really love it, you as a presenter, I saw yesterday on stage how you passionate you were, how you're talking on the awards. So it's the same thing. If you do it in this way, I think it also helps. And the third thing, I think that I would never trick people into some shady businesses just to get money out of for myself, because I do my investment for myself. I'm okay with that. I really would like to give back a little bit because of my experiences. So I think these components, the consistency, they can count on me, they can stay up to date, and they don't get tricked. It's definitely something which brings more viewers and makes them stay on your channel.
Super, Attila. Thank you very much. Well, as someone deeply involved in blockchain community, how do you foresee the future of blockchain technology in Eastern Europe over the next 5 years? And which industries do you think will benefit most from blockchain adoption or integration?
Well, I think blockchain and crypto itself has a bright future worldwide. Since this is happening on the blockchain, since it's on the internet kind of thing, I don't think about that borders matter that much, because there's cross-border things happening here, even we're talking about the transaction, for example. I cannot talk about whole Eastern Europe because I just don't have the knowledge and the data for that. But living in a country in Hungary, which is part of Eastern Europe, I do see that we're catching up. People are really, many of them, getting more and more open-minded. And to be honest with you, the Eastern European part, it's financially, when it comes to individuals, mostly not that stable that the Western side of the world. So what I see, that here even more people see opportunities in crypto as a, a safety net, or how to get out of their everyday problems. Here we have also credit cards and all these kind of things. But when you're looking at countries just moving away from Eastern Europe, Venezuela, Argentina, all these kind of countries, which even suffering much more, the need for crypto is even bigger there. So therefore, I think Eastern Europe is somewhere in the middle. So not in the Western world, but not in this very, very developing and poorest countries. So I think it's a big need for it. But what is very important is education. And what I realized, that the majority is focusing just making business, making money, and sometimes just using people who are lack of knowledge, trick them in.
Absolutely.
And this is a bit unfair. And this area, Eastern Europe, I think many parts, language barriers, not just in Hungary, but some other Eastern European countries causing this problem. And I think for the locals, it will be very, very important to establish educational platforms. And then crypto and blockchain can have a, bright future. And the blockchain itself, today, my panel conversation is about real world assets. It's so many things you can put on the blockchain, to be honest with you. Almost everything, it could be tokenized. The question is the regulations again. It's one of the key things what we're facing. Because when it comes, for example, to the real world asset, it's totally set, depends on the jurisdiction. You have a property here, or you have a property, for example, in the United States. There are different kind of law or regulatory things what you have to follow. But when it goes to the blockchain, it will be cross borders. It's going to be available for everybody. It's moving from this geographical point, from the location where it was originally regulated as, for example, a real world asset. Could be a property, could be anything. So this could be a very, I think, interesting thing in the future, definitely. But I think we face a lot of questions how we can manage this on a global base. So we are, I think, Bitcoin is 15 years old. It's a very young industry. So We have to try out things. There will be failures. There will be dead ends, which okay, it's a hype, it's a FOMO, but at the end of the day, it doesn't work out. And sooner or later, we will find a way, I believe, that what is really good for and works with blockchain. Because back then, I remember everybody wanted to put everything on blockchain. Blockchain, oh, new thing, let's do it. And for example, if you have a database, what is changing continuously, and it's not important that nobody can, trick you, it's immutable or these kind of things, you don't have to put it in the blockchain. Use a normal database. So it takes time for companies, managers to figure out what they really need. Do they really need it? But I think in many cases it could be useful.
Super, thank you very much. Well, you frequently speak about crypto at events and give lectures at universities. So not only your YouTube channel, but you're like very widely spread. What is the most common misconception about blockchain and crypto you encounter, and how do you approach it by educating people to overcome these misconceptions?
Right. I mean, to be honest, there are a couple of I could talk about, but briefly, Bitcoin is the most well-known cryptocurrency. And first of all, that the anonymity or Bitcoin, that's something that people think that if I'm on the blockchain, if I have Bitcoin, I can, disappear, get the little road and avoid authorities, all these kind of things. And they have to understand that it's not anonymous, it's pseudonym. So as soon as they know, this address has contacted you, they can track you down to even to the first block. This is one thing. Some people investing-wise believe that, oh, Bitcoin is just too expensive. I cannot invest anymore. You don't have to buy Bitcoin. It's 100 million Satoshis. It's a small part of it. You can buy a fraction of Bitcoin. It's in it. So these are one thing. But the other thing is, I think, the trust, which is very difficult because the past where from Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is coming from, it's connected to the dark web, has a very bad reputation from the beginning when we're talking about Silk Road and many other cases. So people are really afraid from it. And it also needs a generation change, in my opinion, because even my parents' age, they are in their times they would like to touch it. A property, you can touch it. If it's like a piece of gold, you can touch it. But when it comes to digital assets, you cannot touch it. Do I trust the blockchain? Is it really there? What if it's, how it can disappear? You have heard so many bad things sometimes. But at the end of the day, it turns out it's never crypto's fault. It's always the lack of knowledge. And that's why people can get tricked. They don't store their crypto properly and all these kind of things. And that leads to losing it. So I think these are a couple of misconceptions, and we have to build confidence, I believe. And that takes time and takes practice. They have to try it out. And it's not just because somebody telling you it's good. You have to experience it. It's good. Yes. And we have, a lot of hackers working kind of against you. That doesn't really help the industry.
Becoming smarter every single day.
They're always ahead of us, I believe. So on the other hand, in long term, they're helping because they're pointing to the weak points. But until on this road while we're walking and going that direction, it's causing a lot of uncertainty, which doesn't help when would like to trust something, and then it comes some negative news. Then it's maybe step back, maybe not. So yeah, it's time, I believe.
Super. My last question for you: given your success and expertise in the crypto space, what do you advise would give an aspiring crypto enthusiast and entrepreneurs in Eastern Europe what they want to enter into the blockchain industry or invest in cryptocurrencies rather?
Right. I think, as I pointed out earlier, here in Eastern Europe, the financial stability for people, it's not that great for many of them. So the middle class kind of disappearing, and you have the ultra rich, or you have the poor. So crypto could really help. For example, if I go back to Bitcoin, in the old days, it was always, if something was new, something was hot, something was valuable, the big guys could get it and you couldn't put your hand on it. It was just something that you couldn't touch. And for example, in the Bitcoin case, Bitcoin is for everybody. Everybody can get it. Everybody can store it. And everybody can profit from it. So I think financial systems and these kind of areas, and financial stability, so make it stable financially. This is definitely an area which people can actually use and get more out of it. But again, I always come back to three most important things: education, education, and education. Because without it, it's going to be a mess, and you will get hurt, and you're going to leave the industry maybe for good, or coming back when it's just too late. So that's why important start with education, understand the whole concept, and moving step by step, not all in and all these kind of things. Study the market, understand, you know, the ups and downs, how the whole thing is working. And then I think it could be beneficial for many people and actually make lives better.
Super. Attila, thank you very much for the elaboration. Whoever is watching right now, stop exactly what you're doing and go onto YouTube and subscribe to Blockchain Bloom. If you would like to a safety net on everything crypto and blockchain and really learn, as Attila's saying, education, 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 that is the right thing to do. So ladies and gentlemen, you had it right over there. Attila, thank you very much for your time. I know you're a very busy man, so I wish you happy networking and happy educating. And I'll see you on the panel very soon.
Thank you very much. Have a good one. Thanks.
Have a good one.
Okay, bye guys.